him out. So he skates, and then undercuts and makes the play.
Oh, good tackle. That's a play.
That was good coaching, too.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see this matchup with the Eagles O-line against the Rams D-line. Both these teams are really good. This will be great.
We all know that the Eagles offensive line is championship caliber. I got an opportunity to see the Rams defensive line in preseason practice against the Houston Texans, and I think it was a sign for both teams. CJ is still running from defensive linemen, and the Los Angeles Rams are still creating pressure. Hey, guys, tap in with us. Thank you for watching today. Catch us next week on Wednesday night on the CW at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Now a powerful atmospheric river is slamming the Pacific Northwest, toppling trees and causing mass power outages. And the deadly storm is headed our way when we could see rain here in Southern California.
Plus, a mouse caught on camera at a local senior care facility scurrying across the floor. The rodent problem that has residents and their families raising the alarm.
And it's the busiest shopping season of the year, and police are warning consumers to beware. Thieves are gearing up to steal your money. How to protect yourself now on the news at 10. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. A powerful atmospheric river is slamming the Pacific Northwest, bringing torrential rain, damaging winds, and power outages to the area.
At least 2 people have been killed by falling trees. Heavy gusts toppled power lines, and the once-in-a-decade storm forced Amtrak to cancel service. The storm stretches from Northern California to British Columbia, swirling off the coast with massive energy that is expected to intensify to its peak tomorrow.
Meteorologist Vera Jimenez is here now with a look at when that rain will arrive in Southern California and how much we may get. Vera.
Well, the numbers have actually dropped. We got an update earlier today from the National Weather Service this evening, or I should say earlier this evening, and the numbers have actually dropped. But yes, what is actually going to be the biggest threat is the fact that that atmospheric river isn't going to go anywhere for the next couple of days. So again, the powerful storm, as you can see, the parent low is well to the west of Vancouver, Canada. So that impact is having a very small part in the overall picture when we look at what's happening a little bit closer to Eureka and Humboldt County and now making its way towards San Francisco for Northern California. It's all about how long and the duration of that atmospheric river is going to stay put in about the same spot. And so that's what's going to happen. For us, we're not going to see rain here probably until Friday night, and then we'll be Friday night into Saturday, although we are going to see an extended period of the chance of rain from Friday through Monday, maybe now as late as Wednesday. Now, in terms of the numbers, they have dropped. Earlier this afternoon when I got here at 3 o'clock, we were thinking that we could get up to 1/4 of an inch to maybe an inch, maybe 1/2 an inch, but now these numbers have actually dropped. They're even lower. Now we're only talking about 1/10 of an inch to 1/3 at best, and that could be up against the foothills, but this number is also going to be adjusted as we get closer to the event. We'll take a look at the rest of those details and numbers in just a few minutes. For now, I'll send it back to you guys.
Vera, thank you. New at 10, following a months-long investigation, police in South Pasadena have arrested the grandson of a 75-year-old woman who was found stabbed to death in her own home. Susan Miller was brutally attacked back in June while her home was being burglarized. Today, the LA County Sheriff's Department announced 2 arrests in the case: 44-year-old Josh Atkins and 28-year-old Bikramjot Singh Pada, Miller's grandson. Both are being held at over $2 million bail. They are scheduled to be arraigned on December 19th.
Santa Ana police hope surveillance video will help them identify and locate 3 men wanted in connection with an armed robbery at a gas station last week. The video shows 2 of the men inside the 7-Eleven gas station moments before the robbery. Investigators say the primary suspect, described as a heavy-set Hispanic male in his late 20s to early 30s, pulled a gun on a man pumping gas, demanding his valuables. Then he and 2 accomplices left in a dark sedan, making off with 2 cell phones and a wallet. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Anyone with information is urged to contact Santa Ana police.
Residents in Hacienda Heights have been without internet and phone service for months thanks to copper thieves. Many of the copper wires are being replaced only to be stolen again, sometimes the very next day. As Kimberly Cheng reports, residents are beyond frustrated and demanding action.
Hacienda Heights residents packed a meeting Monday. They say copper wire thefts have caused a loss in landline phone service for months.
Oh, it's been an ongoing situation for 7 months. So my parents have been deeply affected, and it's just a safety and security concern for the most part.
Residents who live near Turnbull Canyon Road say there's poor cell service and many rely on landlines to communicate.
To report emergencies like fire, like 911 for heart attack or a fall or injury or something, you don't have reception on your cell phone.
It's not clear how many are impacted, but residents say several miles in Hacienda Heights and parts of Whittier have been affected.
There have been recently 7 separate incidents of cable theft. And what happens with that is that the outages are caused by that cable theft.
Representatives with Frontier Communications said the Sheriff's Department is investigating and told residents that Frontier is offering a $5,000 reward to help catch thieves.
They started with stealing the cable from the top of the poles, which would mean they'd climb up there, presumably in the dark, cut the cable, let it fall, and then haul it away.
Copper wire theft is a common problem across the country. Thieves steal it to resell, and the damage can lead to disruptions in many vital services.
It's become, without question, a homeland security issue. We've had military bases go down, we've had cities go down, we've had E911 operations go down and such, because when it gets cut, the service goes away.
A Frontier representative told residents they're losing millions of dollars, and it's a problem that's hard to stop.
It's kind of like whack-a-mole. We'll get them dealt with here, and they pop up over here.
Kimberly Cheng, Ktla 5 News.
A woman is recovering after spending the night trapped inside a 20-foot deep manhole in San Bernardino County. Fire crews responded to the parking lot of the old Carousel Mall at around 11 a.m. after a passerby reported hearing screams coming from the manhole. The victim says she fell into the hole last night. It took the rescue team about an hour and a half to get her out. She was taken to the hospital to be treated. The parking lot is fenced off, and officials don't know how the victim entered the abandoned construction site.
Residents at a local nursing home living with unwanted guests. Tonight, family members are expressing their alarm after multiple mice sightings. The facility says there is no rodent infestation, but family members say they have seen mice in several rooms, even catching one mouse running across the floor.
KTLA's Carlos Saucedo joins us live in Valley Village with a story you'll see only on 5. Carlos.
Mike and Cheryl, where do I begin? Administrators at this nursing facility behind me say they've taken measures, they've taken steps to take care of this issue. But family members who come here to visit patients say it's part of a larger problem, a rodent infestation.
I'm going to video.
You see one, and then there goes another.
And there's another one over there.
2 more mice are seen scurrying across the floor at Sherman Village Healthcare Center, a senior facility in Valley Village. On Sunday, relatives visiting patients couldn't believe their eyes.
It was dinner time, and I think that's kind of what the smell of the food just ignited mice coming out of the cupboards and behind furniture, in and out of the bathroom.
Leticia Sahagan was visiting her mom. She says many patients there have dementia and are a fall risk, so their beds are lowered and exposed to whatever's crawling on the floor. So what she witnessed next was alarming.
As soon as I see the mice running